is because of the Snow White backlash and studios not wanting to hire her given the fact that it might result in their movie not making a whole lot of money at the box office.
I think sometimes when she talks, she doesn't think, or she says words and the words just spew out. But I have a feeling this is probably going to be her last big role that she is going to be casted for because of how problematic she has been.
Rachel Zegler has made headlines lately for her disrespectful comments regarding her roles in Hollywood, and it's led to her actually getting fired from several productions. Now it looks like Rachel is planning on suing the studios that have wronged her. Rachel Zegler started appearing everywhere on social media after her controversial comments in the past year, especially because of how many high-production movies she's been lucky enough to be a part of. Despite getting roles for movies like Snow White, Spielberg's West Side Story, Shazam, and The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Rachel has been incredibly vocal about her roles in a way that has made people think she's too entitled. Despite Rachel's talent that got her these amazing roles, her personality is nothing to brag about as she's seriously gotten a lot of backlash for her attitude. Her Snow White role has gathered the most controversy since Rachel has been found speaking badly about the original movie one too many times.
I mean that it's no longer 1937, and we absolutely wrote a Snow White that is
not going to be saved by the prince.
She's not going to be saved by the prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be.
Fans believe this is very disrespectful to Walt Disney's original vision, and that she shouldn't deserve the role of Snow White for the way she's been talking about the movie. It's especially the fact that she hates the original love story that many people are mad about, since it feels like such an important part of the movie. Rachel even joked about cutting all of the prince's scenes, which were played by Andrew Burnap, which is why people are so upset with her attitude.
Whether or not she finds love along the way is anybody's guess until 2024. All of Andrew's scenes could get cut, who knows?
Zegler has been vocal about her belief that the original portrayal of Snow White shows outdated views of femininity and masculinity, which labels Snow White as a damsel in distress because she needs to be rescued by a prince. However, for many, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is all about love and friendship, which is a part of Snow White's personal journey, which is why her comments just seem plain wrong. The controversy surrounding Rachel extend beyond Disney's Snow White, since reports have already come out to say that she's facing another setback in her career, as she's being removed from a significant role in the upcoming third installment of the Paddington series. Rachel's being fired from Paddington 3 was initially attributed to the strike, but the timeline doesn't seem to add up at all, since the strike was almost over when the news came out, and multiple other Americans on the same set were allowed to stay on production. This means that there had to be other reasons for letting go of Rachel, which seemed to be entirely because of her disrespectful comments. These remarks, along with others, have left a sour taste for many fans eagerly anticipating the release of Snow White. Fans are even wondering what will happen to the movie after all of this controversy, especially because the movie has been under fire for a lot of different reasons and has already been delayed several times. Rachel is certainly not making anything better, since she even joked about the movie never getting released because of her comments. However, fans don't find it funny and believe this is just another thing that will ruin her reputation. It even looks like Rachel is very aware of the bad things she said and the reputation she's gotten because of it. However, it doesn't look like she's taking any of it seriously, since she continues to joke about the movie and her future in Hollywood. However, Paddington isn't the only project Rachel has had problems with, since there have actually been several problems with her upcoming movies from different studios that have worked with her after her huge controversy started. It's actually just been revealed that an Apple and Skydance project named Spellbound, which is starring Rachel, has hit a long list of issues following Rachel's controversies. The animated movie has been removed from Apple and has instead been given to Netflix for production. It seems like the movie is still aiming for a 2024 release. However, it's hard to tell what is actually going on because of the shift in production. Some fans are even wondering if this perhaps has something to do with Apple refusing to work with Rachel after her controversy. One YouTuber, Mike Zero, has commented on the issue and has even suggested that this has everything to do with Rachel, especially after saying what she did about Andrew Burnap and his role. If this is true, it could have some massive consequences for both Rachel and Disney going forward. It even seems to pose a threat to Rachel's future in Hollywood, since it's looking more and more like studios don't want to work with her in fear of getting backlash. In fact, it's even rumored that she has been full-on blacklisted from several studios, which is why fans are suspecting that she's in the process of trying to sue several studios. With several studios denying Rachel jobs, it's also looking like Disney themselves are regretting their involvement with Rachel and might even be pushing her out of other roles they had in mind for her. One future role Rachel was offered was on a new Pirates of the Caribbean remake, where she was to star alongside Margot Robbie, and another being on a spin-off of Sony's Spider-Verse Madame Web. Rachel was initially considered for the Madame Web movie. However, it's been revealed that she has no role in it, which is why they then considered her for a potential spin-off for the movie. However, it looks like even that has been scrapped, which looks to have something to do with Rachel's controversies. The Pirates of the Caribbean movie was supposedly going to showcase a female-led pirate crew consisting of Margot Robbie and Rachel. However, it's rumored that Disney completely scrapped the idea after fans started calling for Rachel to be fired. Instead, it looks like Jenna Ortega might be taking on Rachel's role instead in order to make fans happy again. Another project Rachel has supposedly been scrapped for was actually by Lionsgate and Paramount, who are rumored to have found a new main actress for. It's unclear what the actual premise of the movie is yet. However, it's rumored it's going to be a thriller to be announced sometime next year. The thriller will most likely be starring someone else entirely, instead of Rachel. And it looks like this is just another project in a long line of movies that have decided to end their involvement with Rachel based on the backlash. Rachel Zegler and her team, including her agent and manager, have decided to take legal action in response to the treatment she's faced. They're pursuing a case citing racial discrimination and blaming her lost role Zell to toxic fan behavior. One significant blow came from Lionsgate, dropping her from a huge role scheduled for production in the upcoming year. This role had allegedly been secured through connections after her work on The Hunger Games, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Her representatives are gearing up for potential legal action against at least 2 of the 3 studios involved. However, the success for this legal route seems uncertain given the industry's patterns. Some of the projects Rachel was removed from were outright canceled, while others are moving forward by recasting her roles, much like Disney's replacement of her with Jenna Ortega in the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot following the backlash from Snow White. In Hollywood, such situations are not uncommon. When collaborations fail, studios often make alternative casting decisions. Yet, Rachel appears to struggle with coming to terms with this professional reality, instead aiming to take legal means despite the industry's norm of quickly moving on from such setbacks. After the disappointing opening weekend of her Hunger Games movie, it even seems unlikely that other studios will want to put up with the risk of hiring Rachel in the future. It doesn't seem like Rachel is bringing much else but drama to the table, which is why it looks like her career might have suffered greatly because of her own words. If Rachel does indeed go for a legal call-out, it might even make things worse for her, since no studio would want to risk getting put in the same position in the future. As we move ahead, the unfolding of this situation looks to be very intriguing. Rachel Zegler may not actually pursue legal action if advised otherwise, but it can't be forgotten that her previous remarks have made a whole community very upset. The trajectory of her box office performances will shape her future project opportunities movies, whether or not she does a good enough job, since people will probably forever remember her disrespectful words. It's not often that actors are directly held accountable for a film's underwhelming box office numbers. However, in this instance, there's a possibility of shared responsibility. When a lead actress makes comments that push fans from a project, it can't be denied that she had a huge effect on the sales numbers. Do you guys think Rachel could have any success suing these studios? Let me know down below, and don't forget to check out this other video.